Chicago to start out. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Thunder. Ewing is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's LeBron in at the small forward.
And they get on the board first.
Looking to set the tone early.
And here's Boston. It's a three-point game. Rondo kicks to Bradley. Back to Rondo. The feed to Green. Shot clock at 6. Right side, Green. They get it back. Sullinger, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Now we'll go to DB, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
Well, he talked about how tough a matchup the Bulls are for any team because of their defense. He said Coach Thibodeau really knows how to prevent an offense from doing what they want. The Bulls are experts in taking away options. If we're going to win, we'll have to find a lot of different ways to get points. Indeed, they will, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you. That's good.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
The Celtics have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Now, a lot of people thought, Steve, that Chicago had a chance last year to do much when Derrick Rose went down, but they stuck with it and ended up in the playoffs nonetheless.
And they didn't just make the playoffs. They had home court advantage in the first round as well.
Now, here's Green. Shoots it. Green missing again.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
James outside. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Unfortunately for the Bulls, home court advantage really didn't do much for them as they dropped their first 2 games at home and were bounced in the first round. Another example of why home court advantage is desired, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee anything in the playoffs. Matchups drive results.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
Sullinger with the ball. Patrick Ewing covering. Here's Rondo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, the Bulls ran into a solid Wizards team and lost in the first round of the playoffs. It looked to me like they might have been worn down. And I think a healthy Bulls team with a little more depth is definitely a threat to go deeper this season.
And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. James outside. Back to Paul. The 3. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 6 points for Chris Paul.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys, and the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
Blocked, and they'll keep possession. Thunder passes to Ewing. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Bradley dishes to Rondo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Rondo's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
No one near James as he lets it go. A three-pointer, no good.
Now, after Jeff Green had that strong performance in the 2013 playoffs, he was handed the keys in Boston. But while his minutes went up, his efficiency went down. Maybe he's not suited for that lead role.
Now, here's Bradley. Shot clock at 6. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Jeff Green, you know, in the 3rd season of a big 4-year contract from the Celtics, they've certainly been big believers in his potential, and I think he's going to pay dividends on that belief.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Sullinger. Wallace comes in for Brandon Bass. Turner's checked in for Green, and Smart subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here is Irving. And the Bulls with another miss. You look at Jeff Green over his career, the 5th pick back in 2007, played big minutes for the Thunder and the Celtics.
But he struggled to find consistency, Kevin. Some nights he's great, others he disappears, and that's just sort of the mystery.
Now Wallace. Following the three-point attempt by Michael Jordan. Here's Smart. The rebound missing. The Bulls leading by 5. The drive by Jordan. And Irving throws it down.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
The Celtics have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Smart kicks to Olynyk to the inside. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And he just used his height that time down low. That's going to be pretty hard to defend against.
For Boston, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Well, analytics are here to stay, and Marcus Smart is one of the higher-rated prospects when you look at the analytics. He's got a high rate of steals and rebounds, which is always something that typically translates well to the play game. Both of those things reflect his competitive spirit. It's obvious this young man goes at it full throttle when he's on the court.
A nice shot by Jordan.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
32 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's Smart. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Turner. The dish to Smart. Trying his luck deep. It's all in by the Bulls. Nobody near Irving. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Here's Smart. Can't get it to go. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's Chicago up by 6. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we... And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
And the Celtics with possession here. They trail by 6. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Bulls. They've got Nowitzki. Irving is out there with Paul. Then it's Anthony. And it's James in at the 3 spot. Just 4 to shoot. Thornton for 3. Shot is off. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Steve, Boston last year was a team looking to rebuild, but their offense was just horrid at times.
Yeah, near the bottom in scoring as well as shooting efficiency. They lost a lot of games because of those offensive struggles.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kevin, Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau worked with Clippers coach Doc Rivers in Boston for many years, and they remain close friends, often sharing notes. Rivers said of Thibodeau, "He's the best mind I've ever been around. People keep expecting them to fall, but he holds them together. It's his system, but it's more just his way. He simply doesn't relent, Kevin."
He makes his players believe, Doris. That's something they both share in common. Thank you.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, just piling up points in the paint.
Well, now they're just going to town on him.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
And before this last season, you know, Boston had never been an explosive offensive team, but the defense had been what carried that team, and it allowed them to still succeed, although they weren't that powerful offensively.
Irving with it. Sullinger picks him up. Nowitzki, the pass to Anthony. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. And now it's a 10-point Bulls lead.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
Thunder's checked in for Chicago. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Green against LeBron. Young outside. Clock at 6. Right through the D for the layup. Young's got his first points of the game.
Well, you only really notice a bad offense when it isn't concealed by a great defense. The Celtics look to address their scoring problems this offseason, so we'll see how those plans play out here this year.
Steve, one thing that really stands out last season, at least from a statistical point of view, was how efficient LeBron was from the floor. I mean, just insane.
Well, his field goal percentage has now gone up 7 consecutive seasons, Kevin. So, you know, he's doing away with the long twos. He's only taking good threes, or he's trying to get to the rim. So it's the decision-making that goes into those field goal attempts that's made the difference.
Celtics making a switch here. Bradley's checked in.
Well, it's been said about Rajon Rondo that he's the smartest guy in the room and also might be the most stubborn. He's got a terrific IQ for the game, but he's opinionated. We've seen him butt heads with coaches in high school, college, and the pros, but that certainly doesn't take away from his greatness. He's a winner, a champion, and a terrific point guard.
Well, you're right. It has fueled his rise, whether it was at Kentucky, growing up in Louisville, or certainly playing with the Boston Celtics. Among some very important players, Hall of Famers like Allen and Garnett and Paul Pierce. He may have needed a little bit of that just to kind of clear the clutter and show that he could be elite. Now here's Rondo, and it will go, and the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Sullinger.
You know, when he gets the ball that close to the basket, it's almost an automatic 2 points.
Well, the defense has to battle him down there and keep him out of position in the first place. Do your work early.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And Rondo has said he'd like to be a coach when his playing days are done, despite his dust-ups with former coach Doc Rivers. You know, he says he studied his ways and learned a lot from him. Definitely a lot of respect there.
Durant's checked in for Chicago. Offline with his 3. Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Now here's Rondo. Defense is right there. He kicks it to Sullinger. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 6 points for Jared Sullinger. And Rondo had said that his knee injury has made him humbler and certainly more appreciative of the NBA and his God-given gifts and not skipping steps in his approach now to the game.
Yeah, you know, but he did skip a flight with the Celtics last season. He stayed in L.A. to celebrate his birthday. That's not exactly how you want to go about your work. There have been a number of nicknames floated around for Kevin Durant. Everything from the simple KD to the Durantula. But the internet came up with a good one for him last season during his hot streak, calling him the Slim Reaper. I like them all, though.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Sullinger. Wallace comes in for Brandon Bass. And Smart subbed in for Rajon Rondo. You know, one of the nicknames, guys, that came out regarding Durant was the Slim Reaper. And it caught on pretty quickly. Durant was only lukewarm to it, which is typical of Kevin. Doesn't want to bring a lot of attention to himself. Steve, if I remember, he said he just prefers KD. Am I right? Or the servant?
Yeah, that's right. The servant he talked about, which reminded me of Tony Kukoc's old nickname, the waiter. But it tells you everything you need to know about Durant. He prefers to be known from a moniker that serves others rather than glorifies himself. That's Durant.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
And the foul called on Thunder. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Olynyk dishes to Bradley. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
1:19 left to play in the first half. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Derrick Rose has become increasingly deadly with his floater. He developed it earlier on at the park. Rose said, when we used to play in the park, there were no fouls. So that's why I shoot the crazy shots I do. Because I knew I was going to get fouled, but I still got to make the shot. His blacktop creativity is paying off, gentlemen.
Pretty impressive, Doris. Thanks. Here's Thunder after the made shot from Evan Turner. Dishes it to Irving. No good on the triple. Celtics trail by 7. In the corner, Bradley with it. There's 37 seconds left now here in the second. Smart kicks to Olynyk. Here's Bradley. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Bradley's got 6.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Now here's Durant, and it's Chicago scoring again. There's 18 seconds left here in the second. Olynyk sets a screen for Smart. Now here's Olynyk, covered by Anthony. And it's Turner off the drive, deflects the pass, Wallace. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Bulls lead by 7. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo, what allowed you to function so well offensively?
We got vets. We got guys that know how to play basketball. We come together as a team. We're doing that, and we're just trying to take it one day at a time. That's it.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Second half just about to get going here. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
And the Celtics with possession here. 7-point differential.
Well, you know, the news was mostly bad for the Celtics, but there was some good news last year. They announced they'll be renovating their arena to make it more state-of-the-art.
At the 2 and 3, it's Avery Bradley and Jeff Green. Brandon Bass is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Rondo in at the point. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. And so here is Chicago following Jeff Green's 3. And that one's good. 9 points for Chris Paul. And with the Celtics in this building, guys, it isn't falling apart by any means, but the fans had been wanting an update.
And from what I understand, I mean, they're going all out. I mean, the arena turns 20 years old this season, and it's going to get a 2-decade facelift in terms of amenities and convenience.
Bradley with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Clock at 6. Here's Green. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Bass with it. He's against Ewing. Paul goes in. And up the court come the Celtics on the break.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Takes the three. Again, the miss by Paul.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Now here's Rondo. Back to Bradley. Rondo kicks to Green. Teardrop shot. Sullinger, no good. The Bulls leading by 5. From the wing. And that's good off the glass that time. 8 points for Thunder.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Outside Rondo. Passes it to Bradley. Rondo drives in. Passes shot. Good.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
That's good. Thunder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here. You know, an interesting statement came from the mouth of CP3 last year when he mentioned that he feels that Allen Iverson was the most influential player ever. Interesting. Most probably would have said Jordan.
Here's Paul. 9 points in the game so far. LeBron outside. And he drops it in from the low post. James has got the lead back up to 10 now for the Bulls. Celtics have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Rondo kicks to Sullinger. But he gets it back. Outside, Green. Nice ball movement by Boston. Bradley drives in, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Olynyk, he's checked in for the Celtics. Thornton comes in for Bradley. The Bulls also changing it up. Durant's checked in for Nowitzki. Irving comes in for LeBron. And it's Jordan in for Thunder.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Outside for Jordan. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 6 assists now in the game. Feeds it to Olynyk. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. And it's Chicago the other way. Durant with a screen on Green. Irving kicks to Jordan. And the Bulls, another 3.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc. Bulls were a team last year that just never gave up. That was their identity. They didn't have a ton of talent, but they played with a toughness and a defensive mentality that always seemed to keep them moving forward.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Well, to follow up on the Bulls, that never-say-die attitude, Clark, kept them in a lot of road games. Ended up winning 21 last year.
And, Kevin, that put them just over 500 on the road as a team, and that's really all you can hope for when you lose your star player early in the season.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Gerald Wallace, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Turner comes in for Jeff Green. And Smart subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Thunder passes to Irving. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Now here's Smart. It's stolen. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Ewing. Flushes it down to finish the break.
You know, for a guy his size, he doesn't play above the rim very often.
like he did on that slam.
Still got some power behind him, though.
Yeah, I mean, you let him get in close like that, he'll throw one down hard on you.
Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And he wasn't really a flashy passer like a lot of the great playmakers you think of, but just always in control. Kind of an old-school game, but one that was tremendously successful over the course of his almost 2 decades with the Utah Jazz.
And here's Smart following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. The shot by Turner, no good.
That was a layup. And you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
The Bulls leading by 21. It's taken away by Wallace.
They've done a pretty nice job of taking care of the ball here, too.
Oh, ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
That one goes. Count it.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
And here's Smart. And that one's good. Smart's got 7 points in the game.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this had to be the choice. It was an absolutely sensational feed, putting it way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it. And not only does he do it, but he powers it down from there.
Yeah, the timing of these plays are just phenomenal.
No question.
The Bulls leading by 19 points. So for Chicago right now, Durant is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Michael Jordan. Then there's Irving. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. From outside, off the mark. The Celtics shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. The pass to Bass. Now here's Smart, guarded by Jordan. Turner dishes to Smart. Shot clock at 6. Shot off the pick. Jordan with the rebound.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times. What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish, even.
Here's Olynyk after Julius Irving's basket. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here, and the dunk by Jordan.
Well, give credit where credit is due. Terrific assist inside.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely. He dishes it to Bass. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Chicago calls timeout.
Brandon Bass now in his 10th season out of LSU. Pick and pop, power forward. That mid-range shot is the strength of his game, and he's really improved defensively the last couple of years as well.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Sullinger's checked in for Olynyk. Green comes in for Turner. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Smart. Now here's Jordan. Nowitzki in the post. Sullinger's there. The drive by Jordan. Fader on the way, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And Bass is much more of an offensive-minded big man. At 6'8", he's not a big-time defender or rebounder. His job really is to space the floor and put points on the board.
Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. It's stolen by Green. And Rondo with the basket on the assist by Bradley. Bradley's got 3 assists now in this one. And Brandon Bass earning the nickname No Pass Bass. His team more career turnovers than assists.
Yeah, but that's his role, Kevin. You know, when he's open, knock it down. And what I like about Bass is that he has improved his defense considerably. The last couple of years with Doc Rivers in Boston, that was something that Doc really emphasized.
Now here's Green. Dirk Nowitzki unable to get his shot to go. Rondo against Jordan. Off target with his three. The Bulls leading by 21. Irving attacking. Good D by Rondo.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
And they double up Rondo. Sullinger with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. And that one's good. 9 points for Avery Bradley.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Jordan kicks to Durant. It's blocked. On the wing, Green. Covered by Irving. Nowitzki against Sullinger. The drive by Nowitzki. Rebound, Boston. Bass has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Bradley against Irving. Bradley passes to Rondo. Outside, Green. Right side, Green. That one goes. Count. Chicago leading by 16. That's a 2 from Paul, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Rondo with it. He's picked up by Paul. Rondo kicks to Green. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. 13.
Very unselfish.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities and scoring some easy baskets.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
So it looks like just playing the last bit of this game out in what should be a nice win here for the Bulls.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
It always takes someone stepping up, and that happened here as we got great numbers for Paul. He was really everywhere, defensively, offensively. The total effort we saw from him, I think, was the difference. I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Here's Nowitzki, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Chicago. Jordan comes in for Chris Paul. Here's the break. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
Here's Turner following the basket by Michael Jordan. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Thornton kicks to Turner. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Jordan. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached garbage time.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Thunder.